Hey everyone, my name is Will. Welcome to Room Goods. This week we'll be looking at Facebook's next product, and it isn't an Oculus Quest 3. Also, we'll be taking a quick look at upcoming VR games and an underwater VR headset that challenges the norms of how we use VR headsets. Let's get into it. So what is Facebook's next product release? And it's not what you might think. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, mentioned in a recent earnings call, looking ahead here, the next product release will be the launch of our first smart glasses from Ray-Ban. So unfortunately, it won't be a Oculus Quest 3 or Pro, it's going to be smart glasses. Now this is not to be confused with AR or augmented reality glasses. I have talked about this before in my other video. I'll leave a link in the description if you want more details. So currently we haven't seen any prototypes of the smart glasses or even have any knowledge of the functionality or even know the specific release date. On Twitter, Hugo Berra, former VP of VR at Facebook Reality Labs, did mention it's coming in 2021. Quote, "The future will be a classic and it's coming in 2021. So we'll have to wait and see if they're going to release the smart glasses this year. Now, as far as the AR glasses, they announced Project Aria, which is the research project for the future of wearable AR. If you remember, this was first revealed in Facebook Connect 2020 conference. Facebook explained as a pair of glasses that adds a 3D layer of useful, contextual, relevant, and meaningful information on top of the physical world. Such a device could help us perform everyday tasks better, like finding keys, navigating a new city, or capturing a moment, but it can also open up entirely a new way of moving through the world. So as you can tell from the video, the AR experiences basically has a digital overlay over the real world. It's assumed that these AR glasses will be connected to your smartphone with completely hands-free functionality. However, the end goal is no longer relying on smartphones, but just glasses themselves. So eventually it will be a self-contained device. Now, another thing that Facebook was teasing recently are these see-through VR headsets. Facebook Reality Lab is playing around with the concept of helping people see their user's eye while in the VR experience, and it does look a bit strange, almost as if the user was wearing very thick glasses. So the purpose of this is to make VR headsets less physically isolating. It allows those outside the headset to view the user's eye in VR without the need of external displays. Now, if you use the Oculus Quest, you're probably familiar with the Passthrough in VR. It shows a video feed from the headset's camera, so that way it lets the user of the headset see its physical surroundings without actually taking off the headset. For example, when you're using the Oculus Quest and you happen to step out of your virtual boundaries that you defined in your play space, it'll display a pass-through for reasons like safety or convenience of going in and out of VR. So with reverse pass-through, it provides an opportunity to allow the eyes of someone wearing a headset to be seen by the outside world. Now, this concept is led by Facebook Reality research scientist Nathan Matsuda, who spent about 2 years of developing this. So they're trying to think of solutions for how to maintain a seamless connection between real and virtual worlds. In other words, how do we maintain a social co-presence in a shared space among people who may or may not be involved in the same AR or VR experience? Initially, the team used 2D screens to produce this effect, but as Facebook indicates, makes the user's face on the front of the headset look visually jarring and unnatural that breaks any hope of reading a correct eye contact. So they moved on to a 3D light field display. The 3D display allows the eyes and face to look like it's in the correct position and depth no matter which angle the user's head is turning. Now, the Facebook Reality chief scientist Michael Brash first reaction was it was kind of goofy idea, a novelty at best, but I don't tell the research what to do because you don't get innovation without freedom to do new things. And that's a good thing because now it's clearly a unique idea with genuine promise. So the current 3D model is a work in progress, and hopefully they find a better display system that makes the user and expressions appear more natural and lets you be socially present with anyone in the world. Alright, the next story is reported by VR Scout. They checked out a location-based VR experience, Army of the Dead, that's based on a Netflix original film by Zack Snyder. So if you check out their site, it explains the premise of the experience. Our fellow citizens are trapped inside the wall of a zombie-infested Las Vegas, and the Lost Vengeance is the only crew that's brave enough to try to get them out. As you might imagine, we're gonna need some extra hands if we want a fighting chance at succeeding. The plan is simple: get in, rescue the survivors, and get out. So you get to squad up with 5 others where you need to climb into a tactical taco truck, and the experience is brought to life using a VR headset, motion tracking, and haptic feedback. definitely reminds me of Dreamscape VR that I visited about a year ago that has a similar setup. Now, VR Scout reported that you can feel the taco truck shake because of the motion flooring that's integrated into the play space with motion tracking attached to the wrists and feet that allows the player to view each other's movements in real time. So they are located in several cities: New York, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Washington DC, and London. And they're opening up many more locations in the future. It's about a 30-minute experience and you need to be at least 13 years or older. Tickets are on sale from $24 to $37 US. It just really depends what day you're going. Looks like the weekends are a bit more expensive. So if you're interested in checking it out, I'll leave a link in the description for more information. Now, as I was looking at location-based VR experiences, something different popped up. A company actually put together a VR headset that can actually be used in water, and a VR headset and water don't usually mix because of the electronic tech that's inside the headset. Well, at Galaxy Erding in Germany claimed to have the first virtual reality water slide. Now, this was first reported by Verge. A company called Ballast actually developed a technology, VR slide systems, that's running in multiple water parks. This tech is a custom waterproof headset that can be completely submerged up to a few meters, powered by integrated Samsung Galaxy S8 that runs a custom software for the VR experiences. The headset is capable of wireless charging, has pass-through cameras, plus sensors for the rider's position. Now, throughout the water slide, it has the company's patent Splash Sync sensors at different points in the slide where the riders experience different movement patterns, which results in a synchronized physical and visual experiences. Now, Stefan Greenwood, CEO of Ballast, told Digital Trends the biggest challenge with VR on water slides compared to roller coasters or other track-based rides is that every rider moves at a unique speed, meaning that in order for everything to be perfectly synchronized, we had to invent a tracking system that knows precisely where each rider is and display the VR content at variable speeds. Now, Greenwood also stated, "I think it's more fun than a roller coaster VR because there are multiple senses being stimulated. You have water splashing against the rider, unexpected twists and turns when the rider thinks they are going one way in VR, but then actually take a sharp turn in the other direction. Riders also experience a new world every time they go down, so the same slide can be refreshed as much as the park operators would like." Now, they also expanded into VR snorkeling, and I think it's a great idea. They've developed a VR snorkeling system that provides different content that gives the person a sensation of flying, floating, and swimming in virtual worlds. So the VR experiences definitely take full advantage of the person being in the water. Plus, they even took it a bit further by adding a haptic motor system with the VR experiences that gives a sensory effect. For example, the person would feel the tickle of school fish and the rushing sensation of water as they zoom through tunnels or meteors as they approach the space station. Now, the equipment can be submerged in 4 feet or less, and the system is set up along the edge of the pool. People will also be wearing floating devices along with a VR headset with a snorkel. So these VR worlds can be experienced in different water park locations like in the United States or Germany. For instance, Kalahari Resorts in Ohio has the underwater VR experience. So I think I personally would give it a try if one of these water parks are around me. Alright, moving on to upcoming VR games. Let's start with a classic game called ShadowGate. Now, this game has a history. It used to be a point-and-click adventure game, so according to developers of Zojoy, it was created back in 1987 for the Apple Macintosh. After finding massive success on the NES, the game was ported or reimagined to over 15 platforms. But now the same developers are creating it as a VR adventure game, so it has come a long way where players actually immersed within the world of Shadowland. So no more point and click of the mouse, but instead the player will make use of the Oculus Quest touch controllers to interact and explore the world of Shadowland. The player will be battling various deadly monsters from oversized spiders to dragons, plus wielding a magical wand and a shield to overcome the dungeon defense. As you're traveling through the adventure, you will need to solve puzzles to disable hidden traps and decipher riddles. Plus, you'll have a chance to ride Minecrafts as well as find artifacts throughout the game. The game is exclusively coming to the Oculus Quest and will be released on October 7th of 2021. Okay, the next game is Rhythm of the Universe Ionia. I've talked about this VR game in my other videos. It was supposed to be released Q2 of this year and it was pushed back to Q3, but that didn't happen, so hopefully it's going to be released Q4 of this year. I think the game is worth mentioning again because the art direction of this game looks pretty amazing. The forest is made up of exotic looking creatures and glowing plants. Now, if you watch the movie Avatar, the environment of this game looks pretty similar to the movie. The forest just comes alive with this very unique looking ecosystem. Now, the creature named Harpa is the heart and soul of the forest. Similar to the Avatar storyline, the forest does get attacked by outsiders called the Tritone Army. So with any plant life that gets destroyed or burnt, Harpa's spirit gets weakened. So our mission is to save Harpa and the habitat from the army. So as the player, you get a chance to explore the forest, climb trees, collect supplies, solve puzzles using magic to reveal a hidden message that is created around the rhythm of the universe that starts to rebuild the forest through the power of music. So I'm definitely interested in this game. Based on the trailer, I'm looking forward to the visuals and the audio as you interact with the creatures and plant life, so you may want to invest in some decent pair of earphones for a better immersive experience. So I'm hoping this game comes out before the end of this year and there's no other delay. Alright, the next one is the VR rhythm game Pistol Whip by Cloudhead Games. It's getting an expansion update called Smoke and Thunder. It's set to release on August 12th for the Oculus Quest, PC VR, and PSVR. Now it will feature 5 new stages along with new music track for each stage and new enemies, weapons, and a boss fight.
There's only one way, with smoke and thunder. For a brave new west, the heat seeker strikes tonight!
It will be a free update to anyone who already owns Pistol Whip. Smoke and Thunder will be the second campaign following the 2089 campaign. So the story is about 2 sisters battling it out in a backdrop of a western themed town along with scenes inside a train. Plus they'll be adding a style system in which they introduce modifiers to customize your experience of the game. The new modifiers will allow players to choose a group of modifiers and weapon types to mix and match the gameplay to create different challenges. Now each style created will generate its own leaderboard for the player. So if you are interested in Pistol Whip with the expansion, I recommend you get it soon at $25 US, because after the expansion gets released, they will raise an additional $5, which brings up the total to around $30 US. Alright guys, so that's all I got for today. Press the like button if you liked the video and consider subscribing. I'll talk to y'all later.